All right, welcome back. Get Reagan. Mid-Atlantic Breakdown, episode 4. 4. It's our 4-episode anniversary. Have we done this every week?
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Have we done this every week? I know you're a little under the weather.
Yes,
We both are.
we have. The fact that that means we're on a month. We're longer than some people's relationships.
Exactly. So, and it's me and you. Go figure that. But
yes,
anyway,
I apologize for how I sound. I have had the flu all week, so
yeah, we did put this off a couple days to allow you some time to heal. So, and I'm a little under the weather too, but I'm hanging in there best I can. I'm actually on the downhill run pretty good. So
I don't even think I knew you could get sick. I didn't know Evil got sick.
Well, we don't. It don't hold on to us long. It gets scared and leaves. Like, wait a minute, I got hold of the wrong dude. So I got a refreshment surge of evil at the Alice Cooper concert in Greensboro Sunday night. So you can never go wrong seeing Alice Cooper on a Sunday.
Oh, that is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good time to see him.
That's right. So anyway, me and Reagan both have picked out something we'll talk about this week. We're going to start out with my choice because I've got the computer mouse that says what we can watch and when we can watch it. So we're going to go back. This match is it premiered on the AIWF network this past Tuesday night. What is that? The 4th, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, February 4th. It's the main event from Seasons Beatings 2024. And it's Ty Tyson versus Sean Cruz in what we referred to as the Turkey Brawl. It's like a Turkey Brawl Rumble, I think is what they call it. It's something else. We're going to bring up some pictures. We're going to talk about that match and go over what me and Reagan both think about how things went. It's a new concept we come up with, and that 33 years AIWF still for some reason finds out ways to come up with new matches. But this one was a bit messy, to say the least.
To say the least, it was a bit messy.
So if everybody's ready, we're going to get into it now. Can you see the picture?
I can see the picture of the turkey.
This is the first. Now, to break this match down, the match started out with Sean Cruz and Ty Tyson, 1-on-1, and then what was like every 2 minutes, I think it was?
Yeah, it was every 2 minutes, the doorbell rang, and they alternated between Sean Cruz's team and Ty Tyson's, and then it took an interesting turn considering I don't even think it got to the lumberjack part. I think everybody everybody was like, "No, we're not going to just sit around. We're gonna go after Ty Tyson immediately." So,
well, we started the match out as you can see with the main course, the turkey right in the middle of the table, just waiting. So, Sean Cruz makes his appearance. Now, Sean Cruz is a top-notch independent wrestler on the North Carolina scene. He is a really good wrestler. He's real over with the crowd. I've always liked him. I've always liked his style. Then Ty Tyson, the Heathen Berserker, came out and done his thing, I guess, whatever you want to say. And the match started. Now, as you can see right here, Sean Cruz knew he'd messed up. As soon as he seen Ty Tyson, I feel like he had a second thought about this. But I think Ty Tyson might have been a little overconfident.
Uncomfortable.
Do what?
Uncomfortable.
Overconfident. I got the hit.
Overconfident. I mean, he has met Sean Cruz before. I mean, it's not like he's somebody that doesn't know what to expect from Sean Cruz. I mean, I don't think you would be overconfident when you've been in the ring with somebody like this before. Now, this is a little bit different looking Sean Cruz. I know that Sean Cruz has been going through some identity I don't know, because now he's 100% Sean Cruz, no gimmick, no anything, just 100% Sean Cruz. So I mean, I guess Ty Tyson could not know which Sean Cruz he was getting.
Okay. All right. Then the first side dishes arrived. It looks like a cherry pie and a pumpkin pie. So the meal has begun. Like Reagan said, the doorbell would ring and the next guest would show up, and everybody had to bring a dish to be added to the dinner table. So the pumpkin pie and the cherry pie was brought by Victor Krause.
Victor Krause, which you would think he would bring a sauerkraut pie, but you know,
or maybe a Schlichtendoodle. What they call him, big wieners.
God. Ugh, I don't even know now.
Anyway, they immediately took the wind out of Tyson's sails. And I said before, I thought he was a little overconfident. Now, once again, if you want to see this match in its entirety, it is available now on the AIWF network on YouTube. Just Google AIWF network and it'll take you right to it. Next, I'm not really sure that Buddy Flowers could bring a whole lot to the defense of Ty Tyson, but I am interested to see what he brought for dinner. And that would be a can of corn and a vape for some reason.
And what?
A vape.
Well, I mean, maybe that's his special ingredient in the corn. I know that
I can think of.
I know Sergeant Stryker was very interested to know what was extra in that corn. So,
yeah, well, you may be right. All right, up next, the doorbell rings, and who arrives? Well, I'm sorry. We showed a little bit of the match. I see Reggie's very interested over there. Yeah. But as I said before, I wasn't really sure that Buddy Flowers could bring a whole lot to the defense of Ty Tyson, but it's still early in the match. Anything could happen.
I mean, Buddy has taken on large competitors before. I mean, his high flying has worked out really well against all types and sizes of wrestlers. But with the entrance of No Joke, Aaron Wilson, and both of those are like five times the weight of Buddy Flowers. So.
I am very interested in Aaron Wilson. I've been watching him a lot. I feel like he got kind of bogged down in the tag team scene, just trying to discover who he was in the AIWF. And I'm hoping that 2025 will really bring out more for him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Have more opportunities. I feel like I'm going to do everything I can to help this kid, get some more opportunities.
That's good. I mean, I don't like his attitude, but he has one of the best moonsaults that I've seen in years now. So he is very talented. He's kind of a mystery, even though we've been seeing him in Mount Airy for quite a while now. It's still, we don't know that much about him. So it'll be interesting to see him in 2025.
Interested to see what he brought for dinner. Green beans.
Green beans. A very small amount of green beans.
Bad-looking green beans. But hey, it's wrestling. All right. As you can see, now we have 3-on-2, and Buddy Flowers is not even in the ring. So I feel like if Ty Tyson, if there's not help coming for him soon, he's going to have some problems. Look, there he is.
JT Moss, everybody's favorite.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
They do. He's a good guy.
He is. He's a good guy. I'll give him that. I don't know. He could be wasting his talents somewhere, but that's not for me to say. But he seemed like a good guy. I heard he's a hell of a cook. So, but anyway, what does he bring to dinner? Some of the worst looking macaroni and cheese I've ever seen in my life.
I love macaroni and cheese like that. That's the best kind of macaroni and cheese.
I'm more of a shells and cheese guy.
I like this. I like that old school powder and milk and butter macaroni and cheese. That's what I grew up on, so that's what I like.
Okay.
And it's 57 cents a bag. It's 57 cents a box. I mean, you can, especially with the group he's with, the higher calling. I mean, he's probably putting his money in other places.
They do not care what it tastes like or what it comes. They'd probably eat it right out of the box if they could. So that right there, I'm assuming, turned the tide for Ty Tyson as he was able to get some momentum back in this match with Sean Cruz. The JT Moss did average out he evened everything out, the odds there a little bit. So I will give him that. Up next, I don't know who this guy was. Now, when I first was getting these pictures, I think Ty Tyson's crying over in the side. I don't know why, but I don't know who this guy was. But for some reason, I feel like they just let him walk in off the street.
What is it? Roadblock Throck. He had actually, we've seen him one other time before. He slithered into the fair show, I believe, was the first time we saw Roadblock Throck. Right, Brian? Yes, Brian shakes his head, yes.
What was he doing for the match? Was he like concrete or trimming hedge bushes? I mean, I don't understand what this outfit's all about. Was he cold? Well, everybody's cold.
It was pretty daggone cold there. So, of all the people, he's dressed appropriately.
Hey, something about him just is shady to me. And my suspicions were compounded upon when I seen that he brought yams.
No, cranberry sauce.
Wait, ain't it the same thing?
No, a yam is a tuber. A cranberry is a fruit.
A yam?
A yam is a tuber, like a potato.
A tuber?
Yeah, that's what they're called. That's the type of the plant they are. So, like a potato. A yam is like a sweet potato.
Okay, so he brought cranberries.
He brought and it's.
Oh, now I even think worse about it.
Huh?
That is the nastiest stuff on the planet. This little kid over here in the corner is about to throw up just looking at it.
He brought the kind that actually still has the berries in it. So that's technically the fancy kind. So even Brian did in his announcement was a little upset that it wasn't still the shape of the can. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. So if you bring cranberry sauce with berries in it, you might have money.
I think one thing that we've noticed with this Sean Cruz, and not to say anything bad about Ty Tyson, but it seemed like Sean Cruz had a very good team setup. I mean, he had 3 of the biggest guys in the locker room come out first for him. And so, I mean, he knew what he needed to have to be able to take on Ty Tyson. So he had, Victor Krause and Roadblock Throck, and those are some big guys, and so I think he might have had a little bit better of a plan there in the beginning than Ty, but we'll just have to see.
All right, now this I do not understand this picture here. No matter how bad things are going for you, Ty, getting the bulldog to blow in your ear will not help. Now I don't know if it brought him back from the brink or. I don't know what it was, but I feel like that didn't help.
She
I put this picture up there just for the sheer fact that he let her blow in his ear.
That is disturbing on so many levels.
I know. Anyway.
I usually don't agree with you, but I'll agree with you on that one.
Cam Isaac.
Your favorite person.
I don't like the boy. I feel like, I don't know. Once again, I may just be punishing him, for the crimes of his trainer. But there's something about him I don't like. If he wants to be somebody, Lodi's going to send him up here to toot the Lodi horn, I'm going to make him earn it.
I think he's ready to. I think you underestimate this kid. I think you're really going to underestimate him.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. All right. And he brings gravy.
I think that's mashed potatoes.
And
I
what it
think
is?
you need new glasses because you have misidentified two staples of a Thanksgiving meal: mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce.
Well, first off, cranberry sauce is nasty, and it don't need to be even available to be misrepresented. And if that's mashed potatoes, somebody needs to work on their mashed potatoes because mashed potatoes are not supposed to look like water.
I mean, he knew that it. I think he. I
It
don't
wasn't
think
his
he was
grandma's
gonna eat his
recipe.
food. This food was not for eating. So, yeah,
Okay.
to each their own about their potatoes.
Now, finally, I felt like Ty Tyson realized where he needed to be. To just
Besides
sit in the
Tristan,
crowd, watching everybody else do the work. No?
I mean, I don't even know what to say to you. I just the thought of him sitting in the crowd is just this was not what was happening. I mean, this was
I feel like he realized he was out of his element and he just needed to get away before something bad happened.
or he's going to let his soldiers do a little fighting for him. I mean, that's a ring general, thing. Have your troops do the most damage, and then you go in at the very end and take care of business.
Okay. All right. Now, this is where I start having issues. Ty Tyson attacks Sean Cruz, hits him in the face with a strawberry pie, cherry pie, whatever that was. I don't want to misrepresent. But he hits the poor man in the face with a pie, for God's sakes. Okay? Now, these people back here liked it, but I'm sure it's burning his eyes. Now, look, Buddy Flowers attacked Sean Cruz with a pan of macaroni and cheese.
JT Moss looks really shocked about that. I think he was sad to see his macaroni and cheese go into somebody's face.
Now, but JT Moss puts, mashed potatoes in the hair of Aaron Wilson. And that ain't no joke. That stuff's hard to get out.
So I don't know. It might be moisturizing. Like, we put a lot of stuff in our hair for moisture. Maybe it would help.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I will personally guarantee Sean Cruz that Buddy Flowers and Ty Tyson, he will, in 2025, get his chance to get payback for them doing that to him. So, Sean Cruz, if you're listening, I guarantee you a match, 1-on-1 with Ty Tyson and Buddy Flowers sometime in 2025 so that you can redeem yourself for the humiliation that you suffered at season's meetings in Mount Airy. Guaranteed. And Aaron Wilson will give you a match with JT Moss so that you can get some, because you didn't see those guys hitting nobody with food.
Well, I mean, you're not showing it.
I know
you're
that it
not
was out there for that, but they were professional and they had restraint.
I think if people watch the episode on YouTube and on the Facebook, you'll see those people slinging food also. You're just not showing that right now. So you're editing history.
Look at this. What does Ty Tyson do? He goes and grabs a whole freaking turkey. Now, I've seen him eat. He could eat that turkey. No doubt in my mind. What is it? Well, now, I ain't going to complain too much about this because I don't know that. That roadblock feller you're talking about, maybe he did deserve a turkey in the face. But if you noticed all the quote-unquote fan favorites hitting people with food, never in my life. Now, here's a little of it. The JT Moss putting everybody down. There, just for you, Cam Isaac doing a little something, something.
And you can see right there what a fantastic wrestler this kid is and how fantastic he is going to be in the future.
Now, joke.
Good Lord, take a sip.
I have to go get me something. Anyway, I'll do it during the commercial break. This right here is the last picture in this series. If you want to see how this match turned out, run and check it out now on the AIWF Network. So, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get me something to drink while we take a commercial break.
Hey, Paul, I'm hungry. You forgot to pack a lunch.
That's all right, son. I stopped off at King's Hot Dogs. We got us some King dogs.
You're the best, Pa.
Good hot dog. This is the life, son.
It sure is, Pa.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evington, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m., they don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us, Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us. Tease Treats is a food truck service that operates out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. They serve decadent, delicious ice cream treats, hot dogs, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, nachos, funnel cakes, and so much more. They can be in multiple locations at the same time, available for festivals, athletic tournaments, concerts, or any gathering. When it comes to delicious quality and reasonable prices, you can't go wrong with Tease Treats. You can find out more about Tease Treats at facebook.com/Tease Treats, or you can give them a call at 336-755-8204. You'll find out that Tease Treats are not only the best concessions in wrestling, but the best concessions anywhere.
All right, welcome back. I am still alive, barely.
Now I'm coughing. This is welcome to the coughing episode.
Yeah, we've both been under the weather. So I just hope that wasn't a booger. Whew,
Yeah.
right there. Anyway, so before we get started on Reagan's choice for this week, anything else going on? You talk while I drink, please.
Well, we have if you're watching this tonight or tomorrow, we do have the Ivanhoe show coming up Saturday at the Ivanhoe Fire Department.
That's Saturday the 8th of February, just in case you're watching this afterwards.
Oh yeah, gotta date it. And we're gonna have some AIWF. We're gonna have several AIWF superstars on the show. And then the ICW. Is it ICW? Yeah.
ICW, yes.
Yes. and their guys. So it'll be exciting to see. If you can come out, if you've been missing wrestling, jonesing for some, it's a good time to hop back in. So I don't even think it's supposed to be that cold this weekend. So that's a plus.
Yeah. And don't forget the March 1st and 2nd, the AIWF 33rd anniversary show, which is the 33rd season of AIWF Mid-Atlantic. We started out as AIWF, so before it's that. And a lot of other great stuff coming up. The network is kicking back in, starting to release stuff, getting ready for the new season.
And I've been working on some exciting stuff with the production stuff, and excited to to see if the things that I want to do are going to work. I'm excited about that. So
we're going to find out.
I know.
I actually heard that there has been some new what is it, hardware components or something ordered. We're going to try out this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. Plus, with the learning about this is all just new stuff for the production and for the TV show and for the look and the sound. So we're working hard to make a good product. So
we want to make 2025
what we do.
We want to make 2025 a great year. So all right, let's do this. Let's see what Reagan's got for us.
All right, so one of the people that are going to be at the Ivanhoe show is Ironhead Matt Anderson.
And this match right here, we go all the way back to October for Fright Night for this match.
Right. So Matt Anderson, one of the fan favorites. The crowd loves him. They're always behind him. He's always got such a positive attitude about wrestling and about life, and like he just seemed like just a great guy, very tough, but
down to earth, quiet,
really nice. Yeah. And like I said, a fan favorite. And then, so at Fright Night, he took on the other fan favorite, Joe Harrison. Joe has the TV champ, the Mid-Atlantic TV belt. And sometimes when you have that belt, you have to take on, people that you get along with in the back.
They're contenders.
Yeah,
it ain't always the people that's on the other side of the tracks from you that's the contenders to your belt.
Yeah, and especially for one like a TV belt, like that's one of the ones you see defended the most. So if you defend it the most, you're going to run into times where you defend it against a friend. So we had this match at Fright Night. And it started out like you would see, most everybody was being respectful. They were breaking the count. Like in this one, you could tell that he had Joe Harrison in the corner. The ref did the 5. He let go immediately before. I'm sure he didn't even start the 5 count. Same thing with Joe Harrison here. They were following the rules. They were being respectful to each other. And then they go on with the match. It's a good back and forth. And then, as time goes on, you slowly notice that Matt Anderson is getting frustrated, which is
more aggressive.
Yeah, more aggressive.
I mean, there's a title on the line. I will give him that. There was a title on the line. You got to fight for that title.
You do have to fight.
Friendship goes out the window.
That's true. But, Matt Anderson, good guy, gets a little more aggressive. That's understandable. I mean, Joe Harrison gets a little more aggressive. Things like that go on. But then as the match keeps going on and on and on, it's like a switch went off in Matt Anderson's head. And it looked like he was in turmoil. Like it seemed like he was like,
it's like
but then he wanted to
the
not.
belt started to become a little more important than the friendship.
That's true. That's true, but it's still, I can understand that. But by the end of the match, I think he stepped over the line. So, as the matches go on, it was getting more aggressive. They were really going at each other. Great match. I mean, they were putting on a barn burner for this belt. And so, as the match goes on, Joe Harrison gets the belt. We're like, okay, that's, I assume that Matt Anderson would, shake his hand, say congratulations, next time, brother, good fight, raise Joe Harrison's hand, do the, and things did not quite go that way.
You can see right here in the lower part of the picture, Joe Harrison, if you don't mind me saying, Joe Harrison he was celebrating with the crowd, and Matt Anderson blindsides him from the back.
He does. He takes him out, lays him out on the with the excuse me, with the power bomb, and lays out Joe Harrison. And
now this was after the bell. The match was over.
Match
Joe
was
Harrison
over.
had retained the title.
And so this is shocking to me because Matt Anderson usually didn't seem like the kind of person who would let a belt taint his way, his viewpoint.
I haven't seen Matt Anderson act like this since he was tagging with Sebastian Kane a few years ago.
And that's been several years.
Yes.
But like you said, when you're in contention for that belt, and that belt, you want that belt, it sometimes changes your life and changes your worldview. And so now
the referees had to come out and shut him down and make him leave. And then they tended to Joe Harrison afterwards. So I don't know where this is going to go. That's it for that one. I don't know where this is going to go. I didn't have as much pictures on that because it wasn't quite as long of a match.
Well, because this will be Ivanhoe will be the first time that we've seen Matt Anderson since he had this paradigm shift, you could say.
Yes, I'm very interested to see what his demeanor is going to be.
Like, will he be remorseful? Like, will he be remorseful? Will he think back on this and understand that he made a bad decision, or is this the new Matt Anderson? So we're just going to have to see, and it's interesting to see because it's always confusing for a fan when they really, really like somebody, but that person really pisses them off. So it'll be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to him. If he is remorseful, is the fans going to be able to forgive him? I'm interested to see what's going to go on with Matt Anderson this weekend.
Me too. Okay, we got about 2 minutes left. So we can, if you got any final thoughts, when we come back on the next episode, it'll be after Ivanhoe, after season 33 soft opening, I guess is the best way to call it. So I'm hoping we'll have a lot to talk about then. But like I said, we've got about 2 minutes left. What do you need anything you want to close out with?
No, just looking forward to the Ivanhoe show, and I know we're expecting some people to show up, or maybe not. So we'll see. There's
so
a person
optimistic.
So we'll see. I'm excited about it. I've been missing wrestling, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I am healthy enough to come. So, and hopefully Rick Diesel doesn't choke to death before then.
But I do want to say one thing in the little over a minute I got left. A lot of stuff happened on both those matches that we covered tonight. And I will leave you with this, Reagan. I blame most of that on you.
How?
Well, you've let these so-called fan favorite goody two-shoes get away with murder. When you was kind of in charge of everything, and you looked the other way while the pretty boys done their thing, and I'm gonna have to right this ship, but it's okay. I mean, because you're a soft person, and you're a mom, so you have to do things a certain way. But it's okay. I'll fix it. They just got away with underhanded tactics for too long, but everything's gonna be just fine. But anyway, we got to wrap it up. What?
I don't even have you. I don't even have time to respond.
You take care of that cold, Reagan, and I'll see you in Ivanhoe.
That is not. Yes, you will, and you'll have to explain yourself because this is not fair at all. This is ridiculous.